What's up, guys? Welcome to Resume Game. My name is Lee. I'm joined by my friends Mike and Mike. This is episode 1. We're a gaming podcast, and there's no better time to start a gaming podcast than E3 time. E3 2017 just passed this week. A lot of exciting stuff going on. So, let's start with, I guess, Microsoft, since they were first on Sunday. You know, a lot of big stuff there. The Scorpio got revealed as the Xbox One X.
Well, I'd say I'm the resident Microsoft, the Xbox guy at this table.
That you are?
So this is right down my wheelhouse. I watched the whole stream. I paid most attention to the Xbox presentation, as a matter of fact. And I will say that Xbox One X is what they're calling it, first of all. And it's wonderful 4K quality. And they say it's the smallest Xbox ever, so that's awesome. And I think from what I saw, it looks beautiful. But one holdback is I saw a headline that Destiny 2 won't be doing 60 frames a second in the 4K on
Really?
Xbox One X. Yeah, 30 frames a second.
So,
Which to me is not a big deal, but it was newsworthy.
For a lot of people, it's a really big
people
deal. 'Cause
care.
They want that.
Yeah,
they want
people
that.
care.
Yeah,
It depends
they
on the
want that
game,
smooth
you know.
Visual, yeah, sure. I mean, so how small is the new Xbox, whatever, supposed to be?
Xbox One X.
Whatever.
It is the smallest Xbox ever made.
Xboxes are typically pretty large. That's
They
what I'm
are.
asking what
You
small
could-
is.
If you wanted to murder somebody, an Xbox is a good weapon. I mean, because you could clunk it over. Just.
I mean, I remember the original Xbox. That thing was massive.
I still have my original Xbox, and
That was the one shaped like an X, right?
on the top.
On the
I mean,
top.
yeah,
Okay,
the
so
logo
it's
on
on
the
top.
The
top.
original,
Okay.
the
All right,
original
okay,
concept was just an X with no support. So they fleshed it out and made it something good. But
Okay.
speaking of that original Xbox,
Yep.
the Microsoft's introducing backwards
That's
compatibility.
right, with the original Xbox games.
Yeah, so far it's only Crimson Skies.
That's it.
Yeah, so far Crimson Skies.
I
but-
thought it was all games. I don't know.
Well, I
They're
mean,
gonna
they have
have
to make
more.
them available, right?
Yeah,
I
they're-
mean, they're going to have to make them available to like the Xbox shop or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have more, but Crimson Skies is the only one they showed off at E3 so far. And there are also some third-party companies releasing some that godforsaken Duke controller.
Oh,
Like the
that was just
original-
shown to me today earlier by someone else. They showed me. I guess maybe it was a tweet that I saw, but I'm like, why do I see that? And they're like, oh yeah, it's coming back because of the original Xbox games. I suppose is the concept. Is that what I think that's what was said to me?
But everybody hated
think-
it at the time. That's why that's why they went to the small controller, because everybody hated that piece of crap. It was
Yeah, no, it was huge. It was
Button
huge.
placement was
You need
bad.
to you need like bear paws to like use it. Yeah, I mean, so if the new box is what's it called again? Try again.
Xbox One X.
One X. So with the Xbox One X, so backwards compatibility then with original Xbox, how's that work with like 360 and stuff like that? Did they say anything about that, or like is that?
Well,
just,
they
like, lost
they
in-
already had
They already had it in
360
there?
backwards compatibility, but
Okay.
this is a bigger deal because you're jumping back 2 generations to that OG Xbox.
I didn't know if they were sacrificing the middle for the
No.
original this new console. So I was
No, they're
asking.
constantly
I didn't know if you had to
adding.
pay the price somehow for like classic convenience or something. So.
I'm waiting till they make backwards compatible Poker Night 2. I want Poker Night 2
You
on
always
my
want
Xbox
Poker Night
One.
2. You prefer
Well, I mean,
Poker Night
like,
3 whenever that comes out. Hint, hint.
We're gonna get Batman, Doc Brown, and who knows who else.
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you.
So, what about games? Like, announcements? What are you guys excited about on Xbox?
Fortunately, I'm really excited because I didn't pay attention to E3. And I am the resident expert of no knowledge at this table, so I'll let you guys tantalize me instead.
You're a scumbag for having a life.
What a
first of all,
letdown.
My apologies. my apologies. I gotta admit, I guess instead of playing Persona 5, I could have been looking at some E3 stuff, yet I'm still playing Persona 5 right now, which is fabulous.
I mean, what exclusives
good.
did they even show off? I mean, I saw like Super Lucky's Tale. That was about it.
Are we talking about Xbox
Yeah,
exclusives?
Xbox
Oh, okay.
Okay, well-
I gotta stay on the boat
I
here.
mean, Super Lucky's Tale. That looks pretty cool, man. That's like a classic, platforming,
Yeah.
little 3D adventure.
they're kind of harkening back to the Rare games from N64.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
And the first thing when I saw that trailer, it reminded me of the long lost Conker's 12 Tales. That was a scrapped project on the N64.
I kind of remember that.
Which ended up being Conker's Bad Fur Day. But it was originally a family-friendly game, and he was still the happy-go-lucky squirrel that he was in Diddy Kong Racing.
Right.
And they end up, the test runs, it got,
Need to put a
ripped
beer
apart.
in his hand.
Yeah.
Need to put a beer there.
Cigar, beer, and then you got a selling point at the dying days of the N64.
The over-sexualized squirrel. Gotta put her in. What did you do in that game? I never played that game. What do you do in Conker's Bad Fur Day?
I only played the port they did for the original Xbox, Live and Reloaded, and it was still like kind of a collectathon, like those Rare games.
Yeah.
I know one of the aspects was your health was measured by chocolate pieces, so you'd find chocolate, eat it, and you would get a full chocolate bar. Yeah, it was something else, but they did a lot of spoofs of pop culture stuff. I remember one of the levels was called, or missions was called the Slop Pranos, and that was
Really?
Yeah, you faced this giant puddle, this fecal matter sludge.
Great.
Yeah, you did
Great.
that, and the
Lovely.
final boss battle was like the Alien, the final battle in Alien, where you got the costume, the little claws.
What do you mean, you're talking about like the loader? They would
Yeah.
ride into loader?
Yeah, and they had
the exosuit, right?
Yeah, that was what you wore in the final Conker's Bad Fur Day boss fight, but literally it was just sex jokes and, Conker, the game, it opens with Conker just being hungover after a heavy night of drinking. And he's I forget.
Great way to start a game.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So besides like drunken squirrels and stuff, like was there anything else announced there, or just more drunken squirrels?
Oh, as in on the show. E3.
As in on E3, yes.
Okay. Well,
yes,
I'm
as
sorry.
in E3.
That
Yes.
Lucky's Tales got me
Yes.
off on a tangent. So what I refer to here, well, Sea of Thieves. That's been Rare's little pirate MMO that they've really been.
I saw a little bit of that.
It looks
pretty cool.
It looks
And
pretty
whatever little Lee saw, I know less of.
fun. Always there to chime in with helpful knowledge. But the Sea of Thieves looks good. It's got that interesting artistic direction, and it's incredible. It shocks me that there haven't been a lot of pirate games out there.
Yeah, in that game
there's
you
the
can do
Sid
like
Meier ones, but
you can do like dogfight in your pirate ships, right? Like firing off cannons at other ships. That's pretty cool.
and did you see the other? Did you see the other pirate game they introduced by Ubisoft? Ubisoft.
What was it called?
Ubi.
Ubi?
Is it Ubi or Ubi?
I think it's Ubisoft.
I always
isn't
say
it?
Ubi.
I
So
say-
you know, I
I
really
say
don't know the
Ubi.
truth.
Ubi.
Ubisoft.
Oh man. Okay, so two Ubis and a Ubi. So majority rules here. So Ubisoft is making a pirate game called Skull and Bones,
Oh yeah,
and that looks interesting. It looks it's so coincidental they're doing that with Sea of Thieves really being shown off, because I think Sea of Thieves was announced 2 years ago, maybe.
Was it?
I forget. It's been in development for a while, so this was really its coming out party where they really just showed more detail stuff, and they had the demo booths for it, but it looks like a good game. And
Yeah, to check it out.
yeah, there was the game that impressed. I'll get to that later, I guess.
Did you see
towards the end.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
I was going to
Oh,
mention
okay.
looks
Let's
pretty good.
talk more about that.
That looks beautiful.
Can we talk more about that? That's like my
I'll
my
just
thing.
before you get to, I'll just chime in. I'll just put it like this. To me, it's like a beefed up Ultimate Battle 22.
From PS1.
Yo, yes.
So
That is some retro.
I mean, I'm a little
that's some
confused
retro
about the,
memories right there.
retro
yes.
dumpster fire.
No, I don't care. I don't care. Don't care.
Now, is
I'm
it
all
called,
about
is
it.
it called Dragon Ball Fighter Z or is it Fighters? Because the Z is like attached to Fighter. It's
think
not. There's no space, so it's like is
Maybe
it
it's Dragon
Fighters?
Ball's Fighters Z.
I think they.
Dragon
I
Ball
think
Fighters.
Gotta
think
earn
Fighter
that
Z.
pronunciation.
I think
Gotta
Fighter
work
Z.
it. Gotta work
Fighter
it.
Z. Yeah, it looks cool, man. Because
it's all the
you know,
Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Not super. Into
Right.
that.
yeah, I like that they're going back. The 2D stuff because Xenoverse. I didn't care for Xenoverse. The 3D battles. It was I don't know. It was just too much going on. So
Let's
it's a
see
good
here.
good move back to the 2D fighting space. I think that's
I personally,
fantastic.
I didn't play the first Xenoverse, but I loved the second Xenoverse.
Yeah.
It was basically my childhood dream of being a Dragon Ball fan as a kid and always wanting to create your own Saiyan, and then finally being able to create my own Saiyan. And it had some crap. It had the typical crappy humor that really doesn't stick, but it was a fun game overall. The battle system was neat. It was enjoyable overall, and yeah, I mean I enjoyed it.
What was before
I wish there was
Xenoverse?
more.
What was before the
Budokai,
Xenoverse?
I guess.
Was it
What's
that
the
long
question?
ago?
What was the Dragon Ball Z video game franchise before Xenoverse? It was Budokai, right?
Budokai. Oh, definitely Budokai. Has to be Budokai.
Actually,
in America,
wouldn't it be,
it's definitely Budokai.
Budokai
gotta
Tenkaichi. Didn't they start a whole series like that? There was Budokai 1, 2, and 3, and then Budokai.
They made like
Tenkaichi.
Budokai like
There's
22 or Budokai Ultimate Battle 22 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm just taking a peek because I really can't chance to look at this game yet. So I'm looking at some surprise E3 footage, and I'm all about this. I'm all about this. I don't care what other Mike says. I'm all about this.
No, it looks good.
It looks good. This
But
looks
it just
good.
looks like a beefed up
It looks
Ultimate
good.
Battle 22
Absolutely.
in that vein.
Oh, you could totally tell that. And I'm sure like I'll go online and play like other gamers who will just senselessly whip me like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Also, Cuphead got a release date, September 29th.
Yo,
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
don't know much about Xbox, like I said,
Looks good.
but I am about that, and
Yeah,
that
man.
looks fabulous.
That's cool. It was like the classic
Damn
like
announcement.
30s cartoon
Yes.
vibe. And then,
Oh, looks so good. Looks so good. Someone told me, I don't remember if it's one of the people at this table or some other random source, but there was who's producing it again? Do we know? I don't remember.
I
I'm bad at that stuff too.
I
So,
don't
person
remember.
producing it, you're really cool. But I do know that they're looking to break the record for most like boss fights in a shooter or something like that. Like there's like a record or something they're trying to hit with that.
I
They're
think
gonna
that
have
was
so
your
many
unnamed
boss fights.
source.
Yeah, or something.
Your unnamed source probably told you that. Not me.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, cool. Unnamed source. Now you make me sound like I like special contacts. That's awesome.
Or like
all my sources. Yes, that makes it sound like I have like connection stuff. That's awesome.
And
Yeah,
your
yeah.
connections are you just go in an alleyway and just see somebody come out of an arcade and just pull them aside.
I mean, it could be the fact that I'm just screaming into dumpsters, but let's not say that
What
on
can
the
you
show.
tell me about Cuphead? But that reminds me, 1930s.
I love Majin Buu. Keep going. Sorry.
Yes, Majin Buu's a
man,
hero.
Cuphead. I heard, Cuphead was usually normally supposed to be like you just fight a bunch of bosses. It was like a boss rush game, but then they turned it into there's like stages now. You run through the stages. So,
Yeah.
I mean they beefed it up a little. It's pretty good.
That's been in development for a while, but it's
Yeah.
good to see that it's got a set in stone release date. And that kind of... There's another game that takes place in the 30s that was introduced. I don't know if it's an Xbox exclusive. I forget. But it's like this... You're like... It's a co-op game. You're playing as these explorers. It's called... It is called Strange Brigade. And
Wait, was that announced at E3?
yeah,
I didn't see
it's
that
an
one.
independent developer
Okay.
that's doing it. Well,
Yeah, I missed a
same
lot of
thing as
the indie
Cuphead.
announcements. I missed a lot of that.
It looks interesting. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get it, but that's what it reminded me of.
Hmm.
But Cuphead looks like if the reviews are good, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
That's kind of almost. I hope it doesn't. I didn't play ukulele, but I
I didn't
saw
play it
the
either.
reviews.
No, yeah, I'm
And-
not really sure.
I'll probably get it when it's $20, just for the heck of it. I ended up getting suckered in because I bought Mass Effect Andromeda. Look where that got me.
Oh god. Let's not go there.
No.
All right. Well, moving on. I guess let's talk about Sony's.
A resident Sony guy.
I'll start. I'm
Not
gonna.
that I
I'm gonna
saw
say
that portion of E3, but that's okay. Yes.
I was a little underwhelmed by Sony's conference.
I heard that.
They didn't really bring
I
a
heard
lot of
that
new.
a lot from people over
Yeah.
the past, I guess, 2 days, where it was. A lot of people are telling me that I had one person in particular tell me that Sony was the most disappointing.
Yeah, there's maybe
of
like
the
2 or
major
3
conference
new games. Most
announcements.
of the games they showed off were games that we already knew about from last E3 and that they announced.
Not that I knew. So what did they talk about?
earlier. Well, I mean, they opened up with Uncharted. That looks pretty good.
Uncharted. There's another one.
Oh, it's a spin-off, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
Oh,
don't
there's
play as
another
Drake.
one?
You don't play as Drake.
Oh, do you play a Sony?
No, you play as Chloe
Sully.
from 2 and 3. The chick he was dating in 2, and then
Can I play a Sully instead? Sully's a
Yeah,
badass.
Sully is awesome.
I'm like,
Yeah,
can
it's
we get
about,
like Sully's
yeah.
Adventures? Can we get Sully's Adventures, please?
Naughty Dog, please.
Please, Sully's Adventures.
Well, I need to get PS4 if I want to play that. Kind of can't play that on my Xbox.
Yeah, well, you never know. Maybe
But,
Sully will go multi-platform.
yeah.
But anyway, I'm so sorry. So, is it like the same style of gameplay?
Yeah,
you
it's
say?
pretty much the same. It's just a side adventure. You know, it was supposed to be like DLC for Uncharted 4, but it became its own game. They're
I
having
see.
like a big retail release for it and everything.
I'm kind of
So-
neutral about that, I guess. I mean, I really like the cast of characters. So I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
starring,
And considering-
Chloe-
especially for anyone that did play Uncharted 4, I guess I'll prevent spoilers. I mean, the ending gets the job done. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, now that we're doing spin-offs, it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
right.
you know,
Well, you know, the
major
girl,
sitcom ends on TV, and you're going to try to, resurge it through spin-offs that eventually flame out into hopeless
Like
failures. Example.
Yeah, you
Sample.
know Nadine
I'll take
from
that.
Uncharted 4.
Yes.
Nadine, yeah, she's teaming up with Chloe in this one, and
Uh.
they're going to find the Tusk of Ganesh.
Ooh, the tusk.
The t-
The old tusk. Yes.
Ganesh. Yes.
uh,
I didn't watch much of the Sony press conference, but I watched some of it today in preparation because I wanted to be informed on all fronts. So,
unlike Mike here.
yes,
I'm
he's,
prepared. I'm still watching this Dragon Ball Z footage. I'm enamored by this. Keep going.
he's a scumbag. But I was very impressed by the Spider-Man game.
Oh, dude,
That looked beautiful.
that looks so good.
Graphics are beautiful. The gameplay looks
Yeah.
fun.
It looks a lot like the Batman Arkham games.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
there's a lot
really?
of hiding
Yeah.
up in the shadows and silent takedowns with your webs, and then you get down there, you do the melee attacks. It looks a lot like Batman, but a little more epic. With
What's this
the,
one called? Do we
the
know?
big crane falling over.
Just Spider-Man. Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah,
It,
but dude, that part where like the crane's dropping and he's trying to grab it with his webs, and
that whole thing was incredible. Just just all the stealth things you could do, and
it looks like a
utilizing
lot of
from
fun.
That looked beautiful, and that's not Insomniac. That's
Insomniac, yeah.
doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wow,
mean,
this
they
does
say
look
it's
really
a,
good.
It was beautiful.
They said it's a true like PS4 exclusive, but I don't know if it's it could be like one of those timed exclusives.
Yeah, and eventually
how,
it'll spread out to ours. Get the cash from our
kind of like
one
how they did
short.
with Tomb
I'm
Raider.
crossing my
Tomb Raider
fingers.
came out first on Xbox, and then a
Yeah,
year
like
later.
this, yes, like that.
That's exactly
Like that.
it.
That looks really good, actually. That looks ridiculously good. I mean,
I think that was the best game they showed off.
what?
in their
I mean,
conference,
look at the
definitely.
oh my god, the graphics are crazy on this.
Normally I skim through trailers, but I was so enamored
Yeah,
by that trailer that my eyes were plugged. It looked amazing, and I'm
Wow.
like you said.
Wow.
I'm banking on it being a timed exclusive. I mean,
I mean, I haven't played a Spider-Man game since like Spider-Man 2 and the PS2. That was linked to like the movie with Doc Ock and all that. Those are,
I have that in the original. I have the for the one tying to the Green Goblin. The original
yeah,
movie.
man.
That was dumpster
Those movie
fire.
tie-in games, they're no good.
Only
They're
Golden.
never good. I never played any of the Spider-Mans on PS3. I think it was, what is it, Edge of Time, or what were they
Yeah.
called? There was a couple.
Weren't they poorly reviewed?
He just
I
took
don't know.
guys
Mixed.
down with a steel
don't
beam.
remember.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It
He
looks
just
good,
cracked
Dude.
dudes' heads. Okay, that's cool.
dude. Yeah, no, that's probably the
Yeah.
most true Spider-Man game out there.
yeah,
to
dude. I
what-
can't wait. It's next year, right? It's 2018.
I think
I
so.
believe so. Yeah.
I
That's
think
when it's coming out.
Yeah, I forget.
And then, did you see any of God of War?
Part of it. I know he's got like a big beard now, like a lumberjack beard, and his kids in it. It's Kratos and son,
looks
basically.
Kratos and Son.
That's basically from what I got from that.
I'm a little
Come, son,
skeptical.
let me show you how to
'cause,
kill gods.
They changed up the combat a lot. It looks a lot slower, but I don't know, man.
I was never into God of War.
No?
No.
You don't like those hack and slash games?
Nah, maybe it's probably because I stink at them too, so it probably doesn't help any, you know?
They're easy. You just
God
smash
of War,
X.
Devil
or
May Cry, button smashing never
Isn't
say
Final
they're just
Fantasy
skill.
15 kind of like that?
No, it's not.
No.
Don't you bait me into that right now.
Yeah,
Let's there's an
man.
E3 update on that. Don't you
Yeah.
bait me into that garbage until there's an E3 update.
What about Kingdom Hearts? You just mash an X the whole time?
True, but at least you get a little, bit of plot come along with Kingdom Hearts with it. You know, that's
Speaking of Kingdom
you know.
Hearts, they did show off a new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. Did you see that, Mike?
Nope.
Yeah.
I
Good.
did.
It looks pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
It's
wasn't
still, like-
supposed to be there, right? It was a surprise
I
kind of
think
thing.
I think it came out before all the E3 conferences. It was like a
So
little,
since we
little
got another
treat.
little taste, does that mean it's
But,
delayed by another 3 years?
Oh, probably.
Well, there was a
doubt.
headline last week or 2 weeks ago that said, yeah, probably not sometime in the
Let's
next
see.
3 years.
Yes,
That's what they said about the
Yeah,
remake
same thing
for
with the
Seven.
remake. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see
Um,
what we
At
have
least
here.
3 years out.
And you know, it looks interesting. You got the Organization 13 like, hey, dude, Sora, join us, and you know he has that look on his face of, oh. But you know, what baffles me about that franchise is why is Pete the sidekick of Maleficent? I just can't take it seriously.
Yeah, is that interesting?
I can't take it
Because
Pete
Pete
seriously.
Pete
He's
was
a big
never
oaf.
anyone's sidekick. He was still a big oaf, but he was his own big oaf.
But even so, you can't take Pete seriously as a villain.
No, you really can't.
No,
No, you
no.
really can't.
He was a goof troop.
Especially,
He was the neighbor of Goof Troop.
He's awesome, though. I'm glad he's back.
You know?
and there he is. There he is right there. There he is. Look who he's next to.
And Hades is there. I mean, you can't put Pete with that group of villains. Maleficent, I understand, because she's scary. She's a believable supervillain. I mean, Hades is just comedic because it's James Woods doing the voice, so I give that a pass.
Yes, that
that
always
a
gets
pass.
a pass. That always gets a pass. Yes,
But Pete, I don't mind Pete, but Pete I can't take seriously.
No, this looks really good, and like usual,
does,
like
yes.
everyone else, I will
Who knows,
be
maybe,
thrilled when it comes out. I just would rather, get the game before I'm 40 years old. That's all.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Pete will be a badass in this one.
I'm Team Pete either way.
I am betting not, but we can.
Maybe
hope.
he'll just sit on Sora.
No, he'll have his son PJ with him.
Maybe we'll get like
PJ and Pete. And what was the name of the daughter in Goof Troop? Pete's daughter.
Don't remember.
It was like
all I remember is that
Pistol?
all I remember is the wife was Peg, right?
yeah, and I think Pistol was the daughter.
Pistol.
It was something like Pistol.
May as well bring in Goofy's kid Max while you're at
Yes,
it.
with the skateboarding, have a Goof
And his
Troop
little
world.
friend. His friend from the movie, the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
Oh,
That
the
stupid
redhead
thing.
with the mohawk, the Goof
May as well
Man.
go all out.
He was my favorite character in that movie. Still is.
Hey, man, that was a dramatic movie.
It was deep. It was deep.
It
when
was.
Max changes
was-
the map, so they're going to L.A. instead of the fishing trip, and then Goofy's.
And he suffers from guilt. Guilt.
Goofy's
We all
so
suffer from
depressed.
guilt.
I've never seen Goofy so depressed.
No, and I never seen him get so angry either. He's
Yeah.
usually open. He gets pretty PO'd.
Damn it, Max!
And back to E3.
Did they say anything else about Sony or like
No, I got
I
it.
mean, there was a lot more.
Okay, good.
so, yeah,
good.
As
moving
much
on,
as
I
I
mean,
love
they-
talking
they,
about Goof Troop, but
Yes, but they did announce a few VR games. This first
Oh,
one,
goody,
this
VR
one's right
games.
up your alley, Mike.
Oh, good.
Final Fantasy 15 Monster of the Deep.
Oh,
VR fishing.
VR fishing.
not VR. Not we are VR.
We are not, yet we are VR. Great.
Yeah, man.
Let me cast that line. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. There was a little scene in the trailer where he's like sitting by the campfire, so you can just sit by the campfire with your bros in VR, roast some fish.
The bros.
That's the game I want to play.
So like, is the fishing game a separate game from like the other game?
Yeah, I think
Are they
so.
are they going
I
to be
assume
sold
so.
separately, or are they hopefully
Yeah.
like giving a 2-game bundle for your time? No, it's separate.
I think it's separate.
Oh.
And use the move controllers, go fishing.
You know what? I'm one of the people that actually like the move controllers. I actually own it.
I never used them.
Near Vibe, I still own it, and but I used it once for like the archery and like the shield and sword thing or something like that, and it works really well. It actually works really well. Too bad nothing's really being developed for it, and I'm not buying the VR thing anytime soon unless Mike here gives me the money. So I mean, I can't really enjoy the fishing now, can I?
The show is a comedy, right? Because that was a good joke.
And so fishing. What was the other one? What's the other one called? The other VR game?
I didn't say another one.
Oh.
Just a fishing game.
Then what was the other thing he was talking about? Because I'm not paying attention.
there's your most anticipated
Yes.
game of the year, the Prompto add-on.
Oh, is that what it's called?
No, well, that's the next character.
Yeah. Oh, the add-on. But that wasn't
Yeah.
announced at
I saw the
E3.
trailer.
No,
No.
I mean-
no.
Do you ever find out what he's pointing the gun at in the trailer? I assume it's a
Oh,
chocobo.
Oh, who knows?
He has to kill
gonna
his,
fry it
his
up.
beloved chocobo.
I would fry up a chocobo and eat it. It's feast or famine in Final Fantasy world. I'm not a Final
It's
Fantasy
got to be
guy,
pretty close
but-
to chicken, right?
Yeah, it's like a chicken pie.
I'm looking
It tastes
forward
like
to the
chicken
next
pie.
game.
Just put some barbecue sauce on there.
Oh, yeah, put some nice honey barbecue probably.
Yeah.
Honey barbecue. But did you see the game? PS4 exclusive? What is it called? Sorry, bear with me. Oh, okay. I thought I put it in my notes. What it was? You'll probably know. It was it's like this zombie apocalypse.
Oh, someone was talking about that today.
Days Gone.
Days Gone.
That's it.
There you go.
I don't think that looks very good.
That's it.
I thought it looked interesting, but they've been developing it for 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
Or close to that. Something excessive.
I just don't know why,
but-
like, every portrayal of zombies in popular media, whether it be movies or video games, has to involve a cast of redneck white trash people.
There was a biker. He had his
Every one of
patches
them, yeah.
on the vest. So he
His little backwards cap. He's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go kill some zombies. Yeah, I don't. You know.
apparently he's like a real douche in the beginning, and then character development kicks in, and
Yeah.
he becomes a kind-hearted, gentle soul.
I don't know.
Looked interesting.
Eh.
But what was?
But they are remaking Shadow of the Colossus.
I did see that. Yeah.
I never played the original. You don't like it? I never played
Oh,
it.
no, okay, no,
I
no,
didn't
okay.
play it.
All
I
right, no,
didn't-
hold
never
on.
did.
Okay, I don't want like the whole world.
It looks beautiful though.
I don't want the whole
Yes.
world to hate me, okay? I absolutely love Shadow of Colossus. It's a really great game. It's a fun game. The environment is it's stunning. It's very immersive with the style it's created for. I absolutely liked it. If I'm not mistaken, that was the like spiritual successor to Ico, I think. And it's a really good game.
I would say The Last Guardian is more the spiritual successor to Ico.
Yeah, but I think they're all connected somehow. I think some way,
Are
not
they?
necessarily, but I don't know if it's the same. I'm trying to remember now. There's something to it, but I forget what it is, of course. But I'm glad that they're making like a remake of it. I mean, if you can get those graphics to the next level, it's going to only enhance it.
Yeah.
I had to debate. I had to see what the cost is going to be because I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would get it again. I already have it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
it's
I'll probably
gonna
check
be
it
worth
out, 'cause I never played the
If anyone who's never played it, if you never played it and you want to get next gen version, get next gen version. Just do it because I mean that would be awesome. I think so. You'll like it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'll probably check it out. So another VR game that looks pretty cool was Skyrim VR.
I didn't see that.
That
And
looks
I'm
pretty
neutral
awesome.
about that too.
I'm not a
I
Skyrim
mean,
guy.
no, yeah, I was gonna say I'm not into the high fantasy, open
Dragons.
world games, but I don't know, just the first person whole thing, battling goblins, just I don't know. You're in the whole expansive world.
Like Bethesda is excellent at creating expansive world.
I don't like the gameplay of their games or their mapping
Yeah,
systems.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
neutral about the gameplay. I mean, in terms of the world, though, in terms of world design, Bethesda can take on anyone. They do wonderful design. I mean, for me, the problem is every time I play an Elder Scrolls game, my attention span wanes. I believe I did go all the way. I actually did beat one of them. It was oh gosh, I was back-
Morrowind.
No, the
Oblivion.
one Oblivion. I played all the way through Oblivion. That's the one. And but most of the time my mind regresses, and then I guess my gamer anger gets fueled, and so I resort to just stealing everything until all the guards get angry, and I start picking fights with the guards, and it kind of goes this horrible tailspin. It never really ends of just crime and violence, and you don't really even gain anything out of doing it as a gamer. It's just all of a sudden you realize 30 minutes have passed and you got 12 dead guards around you.
I get cheap laughs out of doing that kind of stuff, though, just causing trouble in the community.
I remember
Yeah,
you.
I'm never the righteous guy in those games. I just do whatever I want.
I'm always dark side.
I remember I exploited.
Always.
Not exploit. I guess just how the game's designed. I'm not that skilled where I can exploit glitches, but I was a summoner, so you could summon those golems, and I would just go on the roof, and I would just piss off some guards first, and they'd be like, "Get back here!" And I'd climb on the roof, and they'd run over, and before they had a chance to climb on the roof, which they can do, I would summon the golem, but right over the edge, so the golem would just fall to the ground and would just start fighting all the guards, and the guards would immediately aggro on the golem. So you saw this chaos, and as neat, I just kept resummoning it, and all of a sudden, in 45 minutes of my life was gone.
Yeah,
Yep.
it flies.
Yep.
Yeah, the one thing I like about it is my character. I'm the cat species.
Oh, yes.
Khajiit, I believe it's called a Khajiit.
Khajiit, right?
Khajiit,
Yeah,
yes.
Khajiit.
And
Yeah, something like that.
I gave him the Hulk Hogan mullet. Bald on the top, little mullet in the back.
Yes. Yes.
And And Khajiits specialize in stealth and
Of course.
pickpocketing.
Yes,
So I steal a
exactly.
lot.
Yes,
I
that's exactly
pickpocket.
what you do. Yes.
And I always
yes.
save after each pickpocket, so then not to alert. If I get alerted, I go back to that previous save, so I don't get caught by the guards. Just loot. But there's no payoff because it says one value on the item. You go to every merchant, you're getting, 3/4 of that, the value of each item. So you're not getting a lot of money off of it. So that game, I just felt no gratification out of it. And that's one of my more overrated games, but I could see why people like it, but I'm not a
It just
fan.
doesn't keep my interest. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's beautiful looking, but that's it. I mean, I don't like the map format. Just like that little, they got the little map thing, compass on the top. That's very tedious. And
I'm just not the kind of person who likes to get lost in side quests and all that stuff. I like a game to be a nice complete package.
Yeah.
You just go through the main things and
Linear.
you just enjoy it. Yeah.
And that's what her Mass Effect Andromeda. It was always
Yeah.
good linear, and then they
A lot of
tried to
crowds
sandbox
moved
it.
on to open world. No one likes linear games anymore. I still enjoy them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
I totally would
I
say.
definitely prefer them.
I've kind of grown into the whole open world format, but I just feel sometimes you
It's
have to
okay
be careful.
sometimes. It worked for Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, I spent tons of hours in that game for
At
some
least one of us thinks
reason.
it works in Final Fantasy 15. I'd say I'll go back to Final Fantasy 15. Okay, I won't go on a whole tirade. That will take a whole cast. So let's not do that. But I will say this: yes, Final Fantasy 15 is an absolutely beautiful game, being open world, and it does work for a Final Fantasy franchise theme. But again, that game also kind of supports my fears of open world games where you have an excellent world, but you lose story in the process, and you lose plot, and
Yeah,
you
that story
lose
was
that
all over the
heart.
place.
I mean, I wasn't enamored by any of the characters in true earnest. I mean, I'd say if there's anyone, it was Prompto, and that was like more of a superficial level for me. It wasn't like I was really like, I mean, yes, like most gamers, we like the banter between the four heroes, but again, it just doesn't have that meat. I mean, people forget, your older generation games that, maybe partially with Mike here, but especially, like with myself, when I was a kid, those games were nothing but linear. It was the story that kept you going. If there was no story, you were just playing it out of pure skill set then. But that's, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, why not have an awesome story? I'm playing, again, in our plug, once again, to Persona 5. I've been playing Devil Out of game, okay? I don't play Persona games. The last one I played, I think, was like 2, maybe? I mean, I think I played a demo maybe for 3, never touched 4 Golden, and I got into 5, and it's a linear RPG, don't kid yourself, but it has a wonderful plot. It's amazing. The themes that game tackles, the social themes it tackles, are excellent. My point being is you could still do that in the present day.
Yeah.
There's an example
There
right
wasn't
there.
a whole lot of character development in Final Fantasy 15, but
No, not really.
I
no,
did find it
no.
really humorous how Ignis goes blind for the last half of the game.
Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
While you're fighting, he's just walking around in circles with a walking stick.
I was the guy. I was the
glasses
guy
on.
he kept yelling at, because if you keep like walking behind, like he'll like kind of make a snide comment, like he would say something like, oh, well, thanks for waiting for me. And if like he doesn't listen, then you would have like Gladio or Prompto, and they would be like, and Prompto's like, hey, we gotta wait up for Ignis, man. And because that point in the game, that's when Gladio and Noctis are like hating on each other for like the teamer hate or whatever. And Gladio's just like, oh yeah, you are the type of guy that wouldn't wait up for someone like Ignis, ain't you? And you're right, I wasn't. I kept going because I didn't care. Like, oh no, all of a sudden Ignis is blind. Like, that didn't make me care more for the characters.
Like, one thing I didn't like is
know?
how, they'll have a dramatic scene where a big serious moment plays out, and then as soon as it's over, they're cracking jokes while you're running around chocobos. They, like, completely, like,
Yeah,
there's no
well-
immersion.
Well,
with
yeah,
the
I mean,
story.
but that's also part of the
It's a big
strategy
inconsistent
behind it.
mess.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, though. I mean, it's it's because you had different sets of gameplay. I mean, you just run around the overworld. They make wisecracks, and then you go into chocobos, and they're riding across the countryside, which looks really cool. But then when you go back into the main gameplay track, then it's like all heavy again. But you could take necessary steps outside the area, and it goes back to like the wisecracks again. Like it doesn't have that consistency, much alone. Okay, I swear to God, my last rant. Okay, I like. Who cares that you travel back to past? What's it called? That like how far you got all the way through the game? When you travel backwards.
Yeah, to Lucius.
Yeah, Lucius. That's the term. I couldn't remember. Yep, blocked a lot of that game already. Where you go back to past Lucius, like. I didn't care about that. I'd rather see more of the then present Lucius. That's what I was hoping to see.
Yeah,
being old school game for anybody's out there that supports Final Fantasy VI with me. Okay, wonderful game, and you had the whole world of light, and then you had the whole world of ruin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what I was
that was
hoping
great. There
to
was
see.
so much to do there. You
exactly.
had to round up the whole gang after that. There was a lot of things
exactly.
to do.
Yeah, exactly. And
Final Fantasy 15, they dump you in, and then that's the end.
That's it. The one thing I liked about that end part was when like you first like entered the world with Noctis, and I ran into like the badass Master Tonberry with the lightsaber. Did you see that guy?
No.
Oh, it's like well, like how you wind up at the beach there at Beach Town, whatever, and
I might have ran into him. I forget.
Golden Bay, and it's all darkness and it's like evil, and I'm like running around. I'm like, oh, we're gonna fight some monsters. And every single one I touched like responded by whipping my ass, and I'm like, no, run, and so
I thought you'd be able to explore the world more.
That's what I was hoping
just
for,
going straight to Hammerhead and then to the end.
That's what I figured. Just like, I'm not going to go Hammerhead. I'm going to run around a bit. And at one point, one of the spawns that came up was called Master Tonberry, and he's kind of dressed kind of like a Jedi, I think if I'm correct, and he whips out this purple lightsaber and proceeded to whip me. I just fled. I fled. No, I was fleeing anyway. He caught up to me, and I just kept fleeing until like I was outside his range of influence. So, yeah.
All right. Well.
So we talked about
moving on.
Yeah,
that's enough
moving
of
on.
Final Fantasy 15. Let's get back to E3 stuff.
Never enough.
Yes.
Let's talk about Nintendo. I mean,
yes, and you're the Nintendo guy. You're the resident Nintendo guy.
It's true.
We got all three represented. We just need a Sega. Sega guys are invisible co-hosts.
Yeah, no one cares about
done.
Him. But man, Nintendo.
Knock it off, Sega guy.
You're being too loud.
But man, Nintendo
really
brought the games this year. Like they showed off Mario Odyssey, which we all knew about before. That looks really good. And then they brought so much stuff. Metroid Prime 4 got announced. I mean, they just showed like the little logo. But at least we know it exists.
That's enough to get the fan base hyped.
But we're getting a Metroid this year. They're remaking Metroid 2 from the Game Boy.
Okay, so going on that. Okay, I am all about that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And it's out in September. That's awesome.
I'm neutral about Metroid Prime 4, maybe because I was one of the few gamers out there that didn't fall in love with the concept. I do think it worked. It just didn't work, I guess, for my own personal taste. But I do hope Metroid Prime 4 was awesome. And if you know it's coming out for new console, you know there's all sorts of cool little tricks with it. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Coming out with new portable game for Metroid, Metroid 2 remake.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's really cool. That right there is like instant buy for me. That's
I wasn't
really
crazy
cool.
about the art style at first. It looks kind of bland and drab, but maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
wait to see more of it.
Yeah, I mean, but right now, I think that's a great idea to, because as we all know, Nintendo is extremely dedicated to their handheld systems. I mean, their handheld systems, some can argue, are more successful than their consoles ever were.
I thought the Switch was going to, knock the 3DS out, but they're saying they're going to be supporting it past 2018 now. So 3DS is still going to.
I mean, I guess you could kind of see it as like now you might be able to kind of maybe think of it as like the 3DS is like the new like portable like little brother to the Switch, because you still gotta be careful when you take that Switch out places. So
I'm Team Game Boy Color.
GBC.
I got the transparent purple.
Was Pokemon Yellow a GBC game?
No.
Oh,
no,
what was?
Silver, gold, and
okay, that's what it is.
And,
okay, that's what it is.
Crystal.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Did you have the worm light for your Game Boy Color?
That godforsaken worm light. Drain the batteries even more.
Yep.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
yeah, Metroid Prime
Yes.
4. Retro's not doing Metroid Prime 4. It's a different developer.
Okay.
But the producer from the first 3 Prime games, he's on board. He's overseeing it. So
Well, that's good. You always have some
you know.
some traditional influence there, so
Yeah.
that's good.
So hopefully we'll see some gameplay next year, next E3.
So I am
It's
going
probably
to
a
ask.
ways out.
So I'm going to ask this because this was kind of like told to me a little bit. Actually, again today, I had a whole lot of game conversation today throughout the day. It seemed.
It's that season.
So, okay, you two could tell me more about this because I didn't see any of the footage yet. Okay, so yes, I'm guilty as usual. Nothing new. But I am told that the new Mario game looks amazing.
It does, dude.
Beautiful looking.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's like it's like Mario 64 and Sunshine, except like instead of like going into separate missions in each level where you collect the star, it's like each world is like its big own hub.
I think it's crazy because that was today. Okay, I didn't see you today until now. That was the exact same description that was said to me today.
From Mario.
Yes.
course.
They said it's like Mario 64 plus Sunshine. And as soon as that was said to me, I was like, ooh, really? Because who didn't like Mario 64? And I love Sunshine. I maybe wish there was a little more to Sunshine. So if you're telling me you're now
Yeah.
putting both together, oh yeah, that's interesting. That's definitely interesting.
Yeah, the new Odyssey. It's definitely a lot more exploration based.
Okay.
You can go anywhere, and there's little missions to do in each world. But
Now I was told there's a from the gameplay they're showing, because I'm still too busy here watching Dragon Ball.
You're still watching that?
Oh,
Yeah.
good God, yes.
Yep.
Yep, go Gohan. So apparently I think is it Mario's hat or something
It's
like that?
very significant.
and like
his hat,
and yeah.
Cappy.
It
His name's
possesses
Cappy.
people.
That's what I was gonna say, right? Like that's the deal, right?
It possesses people. He just
Oh,
throws it in.
I need
He
to be.
takes your body.
I need a dose of
Yeah,
King
you can
Boo. I
possess
need
a
a dose of
T-Rex.
King Boo right now.
Yes.
Oh yes,
He has
Yes.
eyes. The creepy, it blinks, it has eyes and
Yeah,
stuff.
right. Yeah, you
All
can
that.
throw it into a T-Rex, possess a T-Rex. Yeah.
Oh yes.
I mean, the one thing that bothers me about that game is the fact that he's, they're almost breaking the fourth wall where he goes in the real world, and it turns out, I guess he's not a human.
Yeah,
Mario.
I thought that was weird from the trailer.
There's
'cause,
actual-
there's normal people, and then Mario's supposed to be a human, but why does he look?
He lives in the sewers,
Like a cartoon.
apparently.
Was he a Ninja Turtle?
Mushroom Kingdom's apparently in the sewers, because in
Yes.
the original trailer, he just pops out of the manhole.
In New Donk City?
Master
Yeah.
Splinter and Mario, of course.
That's right. New
Yeah.
Donk City.
Yes.
That's the best name for a city. I don't
Really?
know. New Donk
Dog-
City.
New
Yeah.
dog or donk?
Donk.
Donk,
Yeah.
new donk.
No, all the streets are
Like
named.
bunk?
Donk.
Like bunk?
Like you get hit in the head with a trash can.
Yeah.
Donk.
I mean, all the street names have references to Donkey Kong Country and
Okay.
all the shops. And
Okay.
little
All right, that's
Clever.
cool. That's
Clever.
cool. Okay.
There's like Club
All right,
Dixie
okay.
or something.
Yeah.
What about let's give a shout out to F-Zero and the street names. Or Mother. Earthbound.
Mother,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
mother.
I'd rather
Yes,
call it
Mother.
Earthbound. Earthbound's a better name. But
It's funny, like I was reading some article. Someone is interviewing one of the developers about possessing a T-Rex as Mario and then sitting on Yoshi. And they're like, please don't do that. It's too much of a strain on you.
oh, he'll murder Yoshi. A T-Rex jumping on a little Yoshi dinosaur. Oh,
So I'm
man.
looking here. It does co-op?
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
but I
they
didn't
just
see it
announced
yet.
that, I think today or yesterday. Yeah, someone can play as the hat, Cappy.
Oh my god,
And, just attack
Donk
people.
City. Yep, that's what it says.
that's kind of also played as that. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of expecting Luigi or
Yeah,
Toad or maybe Yoshi, but
that would make more sense. But
Explain.
the hat.
he plays the hat.
Explain what's happening here.
Looks like you possessed. Oh, like a totem.
Is that what it
some
is?
little sand golem or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just trying to see what's going on here. I just see
Yeah.
he's a hat and glasses and stuff, and he's like getting a tan while being a golem.
I saw a video of Mario possessing a seed.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. He
A
looks
seed.
hilarious. I saw the
and
from
then,
him.
and
That's
then
hilarious.
a little Koopa.
That's
like
hilarious.
a flaming Koopa. But what else happened from Nintendo's? I
There's
only
a
saw
new
Metroid.
new Kirby game, new Yoshi game. Dude,
That's
the new
right.
Kirby game looks so good.
I forgot I did see those.
Like not just gameplay wise, but Kirby
Is
himself
that going
looks
to be
so
console?
good. Yeah, Switch.
Okay.
And just
Like
I don't
Kirby
know, man.
64. Kind of in that vein, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. But
I know Kirby's just a ball, but like his model looks so good. Like I don't know if it's just like the lighting bouncing off him or is like the way his eyes glow, but like that's the it's the best he's ever looked.
It looks good, and then the Yoshi game looks interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not crazy about the wool look. I mean, it seems like every
the second fabric-based Yoshi game.
Yeah, every Yoshi centric game, they always want to gimmick it up with the graphics. Like Yoshi's Story was basically paper mache. Yeah, it was basically just they were all paper. It was Paper Mario before Paper Mario.
Pretty much.
Basically, Nintendo learned what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
From Yoshi's Story, and then
it looks basically like the last game Woolly World, except you can throw your eggs in any direction, like you can throw into the background, and
it's quite interesting though, like how you go from the 2D, and I saw at the end of the trailer where he turns and like it's
you
3D,
can play the game and like you can flip the board around and see what's behind like all the cardboard dioramas and stuff.
Yeah, so that's got a cool dynamic to it. I mean, I'm not crazy about the artistic direction, but I don't have a Switch, and maybe eventually I'll get one, but it's got potential, the game.
Yeah. Dude, one of the great things about Kirby is they're bringing back. Have you guys ever played Superstar from Super Nintendo?
No, I only
you can make
played 64.
Like, you can get like the enemies to be your friends and help you out. Like that's returning in this game. Plus like the ability combinations from 64. How Kirby 64 you could mix abilities and they turn into different things.
Yes.
Yeah, they're bringing that back in this.
Are they bringing back the character, the red one with the tan face? There's Kirby's lackey in 64.
Who's that?
I forget.
Waddle Dee?
You don't look at me like I know what's going on. Don't look at me.
I just remember him in Kirby 6. That's the only Kirby game I played was 64.
Oh.
But
they're all good, man. It's a fun franchise.
It's good to see that they're bringing it back.
People complain about the low difficulty, but you get into the later stuff. It's a hard game, man.
Yeah.
Kirby gets hard.
Maybe they'll make a Star Fox Switch. That'd be neat. That'd be neato.
They announced a mainline Pokemon game coming to the Switch.
Oh, I did hear
core
about
franchise.
that. An RPG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It's probably at least a year or two off.
Huh.
But they're developing one for the Switch.
I'd like to see an open world Pokemon where you you almost like run around and like have freedom in the battle.
Dude, that would be the only Pokemon game you need. Just make a big MMO where you can go to any region.
Yeah.
And just fiddle around.
Yeah, and just
sounds about right.
Keep updating it.
It'd be cool. I mean, I think that I can't believe it. They still haven't made that. I feel like that would, especially now where Pokemon Fever's back, because then I don't think Sun and Moon were gonna do too well if it wasn't for Pokemon Go. I feel like Pokemon Go just
Go definitely gave Sun and Moon a boost in sales.
It
got a whole bunch of new people.
It added additional relevance. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it brought the Pokemon Fever back, and then Sun and Moon took advantage of that by having some of the original 150, but then different variations.
Yeah.
So, they worked hand in hand there, and it paid off.
Yeah.
And they made big money.
Sure.
So, the franchise is alive and well. That's good to see.
But now, they're coming out. Did you see Ultra Sun and Moon they're putting out this year?
No.
What's the difference with that? Like, what's an Ultra?
That's just their big cash grab for the year.
What's Ultra mean? What's the Ultra you get out of
it? They showed very little. They just said there's an alternate storyline, and what are their names? Solgaleo and Lunala. They have like alternate forms. Kind of like what they did with Black and White 2. They gave Kyurem Black Kyurem.
Oh, right.
Kyurem.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they're doing with the legendaries. But they didn't say too much about it. It's just an alternate storyline. I'm gonna skip it.
Yeah. I did not hear about that. Was there anything else that happened in Nintendo alleyway?
They announced new DLC for Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I did hear about that.
I heard a little bit about that. So
everybody
knew. People already knew it in the first DLC, all the different outfits and everything you could get. But
they didn't say too much about it. It's just called, the Master Trials, the Champions Ballad. That's what they're calling it. It's just, I guess, an extra story pack. I think it's separate from the first DLC pack that they announced.
Well, yeah, because
it's a second expansion.
If you go, is it separate from
It's separate from
the first season
one?
pass?
The first one they announced.
Okay, because I know with the season pass, because I did get that for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
It's posting on until like later on this year you would get a story mission from there. So this is separate.
This new one is
that?
separate. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Well, that's cool. They're
Stuff.
still continuing with it. That's cool. Because again, Breath of the Wild, I played through it. It's a fabulous game. I wanted more. So I like hearing that. Oh, it was just told to me that with this new add-on, whatever it was called again, sorry, Ballads, Champions, something. One of the things is that
Champions Ballad.
Yeah, because the idea is, I believe they're going to include like segments where you play as the 4 champions from the game. That's why
what
it's
it
called
looked
that.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because apparently I think where you because there was I guess fans were like really interested in these characters because I was just saying today how for the 4 champions that are featured in Breath of the Wild, these characters actually have very small roles in the big scope of things, but Nintendo has such a definitive character to each one of them. They have definite personalities in the small time they have in here, which Nintendo can easily do that.
Oh, yeah.
Our favorite characters are memorable from literally just physical depiction and just physical responses, right?
They're also coming out with an amiibo set for the 4 champions.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm not sure how they're going to
Yeah,
integrate that.
Yeah, that one I hear much about. I know it's existing, but I don't know exactly what the benefits are going to be. But I mean, I do like the fact that they're going to expand on those characters because I felt that was missing from the game. So unless they intended to do that from the get-go, of course, right?
Yeah.
So
right, because in the game they were all dead.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you're just looking at flashbacks.
They're deuced out. But when you see them though, they each one had such a distinct personality. I thought that was really cool. I mean, and yes, for being a Zelda game that uses voice acting, I think they did a phenomenal job with the characters and the 4 heroes in particular. I love the voices they used for them. So, I did. Oh, what didn't you like? Which one didn't you like?
I'm just talking about the voice acting.
Overall,
It was
okay.
terrible.
Well. I'm not really going to sit here and I'm not going to think too much about evaluating, I guess. I just thought that the voices they chose were well. I'm not going to say made total execution, maybe. I mean, come on, each character had like 5 lines. But I mean, but I did like the voices they chose, so.
Well, I'd say the weirdest game they showed off for Nintendo is the, have you seen the Mario and Rabbids?
Oh,
I heard about this.
Yeah, the Ubisoft game.
God,
I heard
you got
about
me saying
this.
Ubi now.
Ubi.
Ubisoft,
It is.
yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, man,
saw
that's
it in
like
the
a
beginning.
crazy
Love rabbits.
it's like a real-time strategy RPG type game with Mario and the Rabbids. I don't like the Rabbids, so.
Oh, I love the rabbits. Those things make me laugh.
I don't know.
They make me laugh.
I've only seen
ridiculous.
pictures.
They're just
It's
minions.
hilarious. It's hilarious. I love it. They just torture each other. Like, it's wonderful.
They're basically
Absolutely
the minions from Despicable Me.
pretty much they
all I
are.
know.
Yes,
The minions
absolutely.
before the minions exist.
Exactly,
They
yes,
basically
that's
are
correct. Yeah.
they set the
I
pace.
mean, it's definitely not what I was expecting. It's like a strategy RPG kind of game,
Okay.
XCOM style.
Yeah.
Which is
yeah.
pretty-
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's coming out soon. I think August actually.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
It was just announced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Along
Is that coming out for
Switch only?
Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch only? Really? I can't get it for the Wii U? No.
Screw the
Yeah.
Wii U.
Buy me a Switch.
It's the Sega Saturn of the Nintendo universe.
I
It is
just
pretty much.
just looking for someone to buy me a Switch. That's where I'm at right now.
Kids, that's another segment for another day.
Well, yeah, they were saying Mario Odyssey was going to be released holiday this year, but it's actually coming out right before Halloween. It's
that's
even
really-
sooner. Yeah.
I was expecting a holiday release. That's usually the
Yeah, I was
Boku
thinking like
time.
Thanksgiving, early December, but yeah, it's coming out October 27th, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Then again, my theory on that is it's going to sell big already from the get-go, but when Black Friday comes around like a month later and it's discounted even by a few bucks, that's going to make the sales even bigger.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just me talking, out of my ass, quite frankly. I could be way off there. That's just my theory on it. That's how I would look at it, but I don't work on Wall Street, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, newer consoles usually don't really have big Black Friday sales. They'll maybe like bundle a game with it. I guess that's
I did get
Part of the
Xenoverse for
discount.
$25,
Oh, did you?
and that came
Yeah.
out
nice.
a couple weeks before Black Friday. I got that cheap.
Okay.
But yeah, there were some interesting multi-platform games at E3. Did you happen to see probably the most anticipated game for years, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh,
I
never played the first one.
I never either, but I think I'm going to buy it on my original Xbox that I still have. So I'll find it at some local pawn shop game store, and I'll play that.
All right.
I want to get. It's a prequel apparently to the original. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what was missing from E3? We didn't see any Red Dead 2.
Yeah. Rockstar's never at E3 either, but still, it's disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, they pushed it back to April. They're not showing us any more of it. I was kind of disappointed.
I'll tell you my biggest disappointment. The game that was missing for me was Borderlands 3. And that's because I'm on a Borderlands kick. I just beat Borderlands 2, and I beat
3 in development?
Yeah, they released
Okay.
this concept of the new engine they're using, I guess.
Okay.
It's supposed to be able to, render the environments, I guess, more quickly. But, I mean, I'm a huge fan of that Borderlands franchise, and I was really hoping to hear something on that front. I mean, after playing the Handsome Collection, that was the best experience playing it because it had all the add-ons to get the full experience. So, I got that Borderlands story and world in my on my mind right now. So
I played a little bit of the second one. It's pretty hard.
They encourage you to do side missions.
I was playing with my friend, and we were fighting some kind of boss, and I somehow wandered so far away from the boss, I couldn't find my way back.
that happens in Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
That happens in Borderlands 2. Yeah. Especially if you're like in a multi-tiered map and you like fall off from where you're at, you're screwed.
No, that's where
you
I
gotta
was.
Get,
Yeah.
you gotta
We
get
were
your
like-
buns back up
Oh,
there
yeah.
somehow.
That's
we were
my-
up in like some village on top of this big like square spire, and I fell all the way off of it.
I
couldn't get back up.
remember when because before I used to do the co-op online with friends, right? And I did something wrong, and it took me like 15 minutes to get back where I was. I don't know what happened. I just kept getting lost. I kept roaming around the snow area like over and over, no success. And I'm like, I don't know where I'm at, no idea. I just kept looping.
That game it's so fun.
Oh yeah.
But it's so satisfactory when I beat a boss in that game because you earn it.
Yeah.
And I beat it all by myself. Like I think Claptastic Voyage was the hardest add-on in that whole series, and I managed to blaze through the final 3. It took me a million tries to beat the last 2 bosses, but I beat them by myself. So pat on the back there.
Pat on the back there.
It was probably the best DLC in my opinion from Borderlands, and the hardest.
I mean, I played a lot of. I played through 2, but I'm a very big pre-sequel fan. Yeah. Absolutely love pre-sequel. I mean, they improved so much in that game that I hope they take a lot of those improvements and either tweak them or just carry them over into 3.
Yeah.
Because I just felt like, but 2 it was kind of easier, or not 2. I mean, pre-sequel's kind of easier to go through. So yeah, maybe I'll kind of find a balance or something. So
yeah, I'm hoping.
I'd like to play more of 2. My friend just kind of gave up, and we started playing Diablo 3. So,
dude, buy the Handsome Collection.
Yeah,
it's worth your money, and you get the full experience.
Is it Xbox only?
No.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Oh, what, Borderlands?
No.
Oh no, I got
PlayStation
PS4.
4.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I got both the Handsome
Everybody check it
Collection.
out.
Absolutely,
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to get back into it.
Let's get the Handsome Collection, man. That's all you need.
Nice.
So what would you say was the game of the show?
Oof, Yoshi.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say after. Okay, that was good.
I'd say Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited about that.
And as I alluded to earlier, when I was about to mention a game that I said no, I'll mention that later. My game of the show is Anthem.
I didn't see that.
BioWare's new game, which explains a headline from like a month or 2 ago saying, "Oh, the BioWare, the Mass Effect BioWare team is now putting that franchise on hold to work on, an unnamed IP." Turns out it's this game called Anthem. It looks really good.
I'll have to check that out.
I don't know. It's kind of you're in this futuristic village kind of thing. I can't even do justice explaining. I know you play in a power suit. You can fly around. It just looks so seamless, the flying controls. It's like a shooter. But
Okay.
it's worth looking up that trailer.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
Beautiful.
Actually, you know what? God of War looks so good. I'm cross between Odyssey and God of War for best at E3 this year.
It was I thought overall it was a good show. It was satisfactory.
Yeah. I just wish Sony showed a little bit more new stuff instead of stuff we've already seen, and stuff that they showed a couple E3s ago they didn't show at this E3, like Dreams. Have you seen that game?
No.
It's the new game by Media Molecule that they made, Little Big Planet.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd show that off, but that wasn't there. Watam wasn't there. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, Watam's the new game by the Katamari Damacy guys.
Whoa, tell me more about that.
Oh, I mean, they didn't show too much. You're just like running
Is
around.
it like
and,
Katamari?
Oh no. You're like, it's hard to explain. You're just like running around blowing stuff up, but like.
Does anybody know if they're making a new Katamari?
I hope.
I hope so too.
So
It'd be nice to have a new Katamari after playing.
Keep rolling up cows all day long, man. Make my cow ball bigger. More cow ball, please.
After that Tap My Katamari phone game
more
almost
cowbell.
broke my fingers.
No, that's not what I said.
more cowbell.
Oh, we're totally ignoring Lee, by the way. Yes, Lee.
Sorry,
Hi,
Lee.
how are you, Lee?
Sorry,
We're doing
Lee.
well. We
Whatever.
appreciate your opinions.
It's your fault.
I was just
Mostly.
saying how Tap My Katamari, that shitty phone game, almost gave me
Wait.
carpal tunnel.
They made what, phone game of it?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Really? Of
You just
Katamari?
tap, you just tap endlessly.
It can't
and
be
you
good.
roll things. No,
It can't be
it's
good.
not. It's not. But I got
No.
horribly addicted to it,
I'm sure.
and my thumbs were like hurting for days.
No,
So
I'm
I had to
too busy
delete it.
playing some Dragon Ball game on my phone right now. So no.
Yeah.
I'm playing nothing on my phone.
You usually do play nothing on your phone.
No, I never got into the mobile.
You came in
game
well
movement.
prepared notes, and I'm here with well
Watching
prepared
videos.
questions.
Catching up.
Yeah. I usually don't play the phone games, but that Magikarp jump game,
Oh, I see you playing that.
It does look silly.
I saw you
That
playing
looks
that.
silly.
nonstop for like a month.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to get
Or a
back
few
into
weeks.
Pokemon Go,
No, I
and
got-
then
I
I
got-
just
I
wasn't
got-
having it.
No,
I
man.
got two
Magikarp jump
games,
is where it's
that's
at.
It's awesome. Is there like a giant evil Magikarp that eats a Gyarados and like a demon carp?
Not yet.
Comes like Super Saiyan Magikarp.
Basically.
Yeah.
Kind of like in Xenoverse. We'll call back to Xenoverse.
Oh.
When they eat the fruit and the
Yeah.
purple eyes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, I was like bumping to my mic here and everything. By the way, speaking of which, did nobody mentioned anything at E3 about hopefully a Xenoverse 3? Did they by any chance?
Nah, I
No,
wish.
Just
I
Dragon
wish.
Ball Fighters Z.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. That game looks really good. But I'm a huge Xenoverse fan, and I hope they make a third one.
Xenoverse 2 is awesome.
It is. I feel like that series is constantly going in the right direction. I think there's still some things missing from Xenoverse 2. Again, our talk for our day, but the jump from 1 to 2 was astounding in my opinion, considering it is Bandai, and sometimes we know Bandai's known for just sometimes pushing out a lot of games that
Phoning it in.
right. Yeah, I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, Bandai makes tons of money, and I'm not Bandai, and thereby I don't have their money. But I mean, but I hope that the jump from 2 to 3, because they're going to be fools not to design a 3. I hope they include some other things I'm thinking about for it, because I mean, I absolutely love that. I was asking, so I was hoping maybe they said something, but yeah.
Unfortunately, no.
I'm sure they will
So-
eventually.
Yeah, they will.
know.
But I will say Fighter Z. I love how it just looks so accurate to the cartoon.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
I'm just looking
yeah,
at it now,
amazing.
and that was now I've been watching Mario, but I mean, but it looks. I mean, I was really impressed by what I saw, but from what I understand, that game's a long, long way from being done too. That was like an early teaser. I think
so.
I don't even know if it's even was near an official beta phase or anything.
Yeah,
so
I couldn't even tell you.
No.
And that in the South Park game. The South Park game they made look really accurate. It looks like you're watching an episode of South
Okay.
Park.
Yeah.
And they finally because they're always focusing on the show and doing that last minute. So naturally, the creators of that trying to develop the game is going to take forever. But it's got a set release date. I think in October. I want to say. I forget, but it looks like you're watching an
what,
episode of the
South
show.
Park?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It looks like you're watching.
The
It's
fractured
crazy.
butthole.
Fractured butthole.
Butthole.
It's a play on words because it's
It's the
butt,
fractured butt
Yeah.
hole.
but a
Yeah.
whole person, but butthole. It's the most South Park title you could get.
Yes.
But,
yes.
It's impressive. Look, I'm not gonna say the same thing I've just been.
Did you
saying
see
with you.
The smell thing they had.
Oh, I heard about
The
that.
virtual farts.
Yeah, that's
What the
You put it
again.
on while you play the game, and you
Oh, what the
every
hell?
time a character
What?
farts, it sends the scent into your nose.
Again, the most South Park thing possible.
Was that
Yeah,
a joke?
I
or was
agree with that.
Does it really come in with the game, or are the
That
characters
that wouldn't surprise me if that was a collector's edition. That would not surprise me. It's the most South Park thing I can
Yeah.
think of. Yeah, no, that wouldn't surprise me.
But how
Uh,
are we on time?
we are at an hour 5.
Well,
So yeah, we set our game of the show, and are there any other games?
I mean, you guys got any more?
They talk
Any
about
more input?
any new like classic games like a Mega Man or something like that? No.
No.
No, but I
No.
will
I
mention.
wish.
I will mention independent games before we go here. There was one game that stood out to me called The Last Night, and it's the environments are kind of 3D, but the characters are in that 8-bit. So it's an interesting hybrid, but it's like a Blade Runner game, basically.
Really?
It's got the futuristic flying cars. I think you're a detective, but you're in that futuristic Tokyo, and it looks like Blade Runner. So that caught my eye, and one game at the very beginning of E3 that I almost forgot about. It's called A Way Out, and it's a prison escape game. So you control 2 characters, and you escape from prison, and then you could.
So one of them Clint Eastwood.
You could compare it to Escape from Alcatraz. Probably not as good of an escape as that, but you actually play out in the real world too, and you could rob stores, kind of thing, and you kind of could go. There's different strategies going about it, like if you want to shoot somebody or kind of give them the nice warning in a way. And I think one more game. There was Battlegrounds by PlayerUnknown, which looks like a fun. That's going to be Xbox One exclusive. I think. I don't think that's a timed exclusive. And yeah, there's the new Monster Hunter that looks quite interesting.
Yeah, I heard something
Yeah.
about that.
It
yeah.
it's good looking, but we'll see.
We'll see. Monster Hunter always kind of leaves me wanting more every
Yeah.
time I fall into the Monster Hunter trap. So,
And
we'll see.
I will just shout out to the Mixer app on Xbox One, the former Beam app. Now it's Mixer. They were live streaming and throwing on demand the Xbox daily E3, so it was all that coverage of those games, and they did a good job. And it was a cool experience watching it on that. There's no more G4, so I'm still getting acclimated to watching E3 in other ways, even though it's probably been 5 years, maybe 10, that E3 G4's been shut down.
It's been a while
wish
now.
they-
It's been a while
That just
now.
shows you
Yeah.
that I'm still like getting used to it. Like I'm mostly just watching videos every year, but
I pretty much virtually forgot about G4 until you just said. To be
I
honest.
miss G4.
Yeah.
But that's all that's on my mind. Do you guys got anything else?
No, I'm good.
I mean, no. I mean, thanks for giving me a recap of E3. I gotta say, it sounds like, to be honest, you two might be a bit more excited than myself for it. But I'm also very picky about my games, as people will discover. I'm very. There's like so many franchises I like, to be honest. And but yeah, I mean, looking at what we talked about right now, on my list. Again, that Dragon Ball game, Mario, just need someone to buy me a Switch, and that Spider-Man game. Boy, that looks good. Yeah, I hope so. I hope the gameplay matches from what I'm seeing. So that's about it for me
Let's hope it's a timed exclusive Spider-Man.
for PS4.
We'll see.
We need it on the Xbox.
All right. Well, guess that about wraps it up then.
All
huh?
right.
All right. Well, this has been Resume Game, episode 1. Hopefully not the last. I'm Lee. This is Mike and Mike. And we're out.
Oh.
Bye.